Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Magi. Magi, the Kingdom of Magic season finale, episode 25 review. That is 2-5 of Oh Magi. So, of course, before I get started, the link to the episode is going to be in the description box down below on Crunchyroll.com. Yo. Yeah. Good movie, man. Good fucking movie. All right, but if you don't know where that's from, oh man, if you haven't seen The Wolf of Wall Street, because I watched that movie like 3 times. I'm not joking. All right, I love that movie. But let me continue. All right, let me move on. This episode. Alright, let me focus on... Oh no, before I go to the actual basics and the episode itself, I do want to say that when it comes to the next season of Magi, Season 3, give or take 2 years. And the reason why is very simple. Right now, in comparison to the manga, it's probably around chapter 198, around there, where Tidus, he comes back as like the new Magi. And everyone's happy, like, yay, Tidus, you're back, yay! And that's probably around that chapter in the manga, 198. So, the latest chapter to come out of Magi was chapter 220. So, we're talking about, like, at most, 25 chapters. That's not enough to do an entire season. So, give or take 2 years when it comes to the next season of Magi. So, let me continue. First of all, the basics. When it comes to episode 25, the season finale of the Kingdom of Magic of Magi. First of all, animation, on point, beautiful. When it came to Mogamet, and even though, ironically, the Black Rukh is known for its depravity, it is known for its regression, and it's, I guess, in a way, evil. It's not really evil, per se, but because you're cursing your own fate. However, the thing here is that when Mogamet was actually like walking towards like the gate to leave, to go, and then you have Yamaraiha, she's running towards him, he throws down the staff, and then he walks off, and we never see him again. He looked very serene, his face looked very bright and serene, and it was beautiful. Also, when it came to that one scene where it was the extreme magics and Sinbad in the middle of them shits, like, yeah, the King of Lightning is pleased with Sinbad rocking the lightning heavy. Even though he has 7 jinn, it is clear that out of his 7 jinn, his most powerful one, his go-to one, is the lightning one, Bal. Barara. And I love it. Dude, he made like this giant lightning sword. He takes all the Magoi. Well, it's a combined extreme magic, but the end result is a giant lightning saber going right through the medium. And this explosion was huge. It was monolithic. It was epic. I'm like, yo. Oh, I couldn't stop. Yo, dude. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, excuse me. For me personally, it's... Yeah. Yo, I was doing it so rough, the camera actually went out of focus. But, crazy power. That's a lot of stamina right there. But, let me continue. All right, let me focus. It's good stuff. But either way. Let me move on. It was epic. It's Sinbad. It's freaking Sinbad. Like, seriously. So, right there. Animation. Even when it came to Shahrazad's finale, where she does this magic, and basically the end result of the magic is giving those who have no more Magoi. So, even that was very well animated. So, overall, animation was pretty damn good. And of course, like the Secret Palace, we have Judar and we have Hakuryuu. Finally, we see them and Hakuryuu looking really badass. Like, yo, like, I mean, Hakuryuu would have been a huge asset if he had came in there with this massive army of spore monsters. But no. So, that's animation. When it came to overall pacing, it was well paced, though the pacing did subside greatly after the medium is defeated, and like the medium, like he disperses, and then Mogamet goes off, and he pretty much dies. So the pacing before then was actually very good pacing. The pacing after that scene, it slowed down considerably, but it was still overall well done. When it came to story progression, obviously the medium is now defeated. Scheherazade has passed away, as well as Tidus, though he comes back later on as the new Magi of the Lem Empire. Also, we have a few reveals here from Ren and Gyokuen. We also, well, mainly one, to my recollection. And of course, there is the face-off between Sinbad and, well, not like a face-off, but like there was like a stare-down between Sinbad and Koen. And at the end of the day, probably Koen getting the better of Sinbad. So there was story progression, and plus the season is over. And that's the icing on the cake right there. I mean, when a season is over, for at least that section of the anime, that's as far as we can go until the next time round. So overall, story progression, pretty damn good. Now, when it comes, is that it? Oh yeah, character development. Mainly character development goes towards these three people: Aladdin, Mogamet, and finally Yamuraiha. And that's it. Those three. Tidus, not really. I mean, again, he gets reborn as a Magi, but him as a character, he hasn't really, we haven't really learned anything about him, nor has he changed in a certain way, and so on and so forth. With Mogamet, he actually changed, and Aladdin has actually come to a conclusion through Mogamet's words that is going to probably be like the end of the series kind of stuff. And of course, we have Yamuraiha, where we find out about her past and about, well, a few things about her past, where which she was actually she was royalty in the Mustachim Kingdom, and that kind of stuff. So when it comes to like the main four things overall, I'll probably give it a rating of great, because Sinbad. Sinbad. All right, but now let me talk about the things that let me get more into detail. All right, about the episode in of itself. First of all, I hate to say it, but in my personal opinion, I feel as if like Scheherazade's death was very meh. And the reason why it's very meh was because, in my personal opinion, the build-up to it was very poor. That's my personal opinion. Because you have this already being hinted at like 5-6 episodes ago. And Tidus, him dying as well, again, that was already like pretty much a given his current circumstance. It was either or. Mainly it was about, instead of when you were dying, it was more or less how you're going to die. And my thing here when it comes to Scheherazade is that as a character, I never really digged her that heavy. I never really did. And even though at the end I kind of respect her for what she did to help those that needed help, to give Magoi to those who needed Magoi. The thing here is that the end result was really, because it kind of depends which translation you were watching it from. But my understanding was that because she gave the Magoi to the metal vessel users, and they were able to use their extreme magics combined, 13 metal vessels, this led to the attack that Sinbad finalized. And even though the medium came back it was like weakened or something along those lines. So via chain effect, she did something, but it wasn't like because I gave Magoi to those who needed Magoi, therefore the medium was destroyed. No. It was a chain effect. In fact, the medium is still there. And the medium actually, in the manga, the medium continues to actually bring down and pull down the Black God. However, it stops because Tidus gains power. So, the reason why I'm going to probably say when it comes to that scene particularly, I wasn't too big on it because A, as a character, I'm not a huge fan of her. B, it's been milked for a while. And C, at the end of the day, what it really was Aladdin's efforts. It was Aladdin using Solomon's wisdom and, doing that in order to actually break down the medium by swaying Mogamet. Now, speaking of that, Solomon's wisdom. I have a friend of mine. His name is Pete. And I forgot what his text said verbatim. But it was along the lines of Solomon's wisdom, Aladdin, being similar to a talk no jutsu in Naruto. And it kind of is when I think about it. Because even though I understand that it's the whole concept of words being more powerful than actions, and I'm not a huge fan of that, especially when people are dying for the sake of giving other people power to do certain actions. Hence Scheherazade. It's just that this dude did the same thing. He was able to change Judar's psyche. He was able to sway Isnan with Solomon's wisdom. And when it comes to the freaking medium, he's able to sway Mogamet, and therefore Mogamet cries like a few tears and oh shit. A few tears, and then the medium just breaks the fuck out. So, at the end of the day, it's like words are more powerful than actions, and it's kind of like, then you kind of have to wonder, like, so half of this build-up to the action, like, why? Like, why do you need half of this stuff, where at the end of the day, it's going to be Solomon's wisdom, as always, and motherfuckers just break down, knees buckle, oh my god, Solomon's wisdom, bow down to the king. So, I understand that concept. I just don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a huge proponent of it. However, I will take it because it does make sense. Within the confounds of the story, it does make sense. So, I can understand it. I don't like it. But it does make sense within the confounds of the story. Now, we find out that apparently from Rengyokuen, I mean, they're happy that Scheherazade is dead, but apparently there's like a black spot. All right, once the Black God Il-Ila came down and it went back to its own dimension, either higher dimension or alternate dimension. The thing here is that, according to what she said, a black spot or like an opening, if you would, is now open. So if there's another medium that tries to bring down Il-Ila, it will do so almost immediately. That's a problem. That's a really big problem. Where this dude can touch down almost immediately and bring ruin to the world. So, yeah. But hey, we'll see what happens when they get to it. Now, when it comes to Judar and friends, meaning Judar and Hakuryuu, the mites were mites, yeah. We're our best friends. Let me tell you something about my best friend. Hug out. The thing here is this. Because who knows what the hell they're doing? Who knows what the hell these two guys are doing by themselves in the darkness? Oh no. Oh no. But for the ladies, yeah. Well, actually, no. You don't need that. Duh. What am I saying? Well, if you are a homosexual individual, if you prefer men, then yeah. then do you. Do you. But what the fuck am I talking about? The thing here is this. He actually takes all the Black Rukh that was left over, he condenses it, and he bails. He just straight up jumped ship. He's like, yo, we out. Like, yeah, deuces. Peace. And what I want to point out is that no one actually gave notice of the Black Rukh that was dispersed when the medium was destroyed. In the manga, someone does. Like, to my knowledge, it was a random mage, some random magician. He was actually aware, like, wait a second, where'd that Black Rukh just go? Like, the only dude. Like, one random guy. So, they were happy, they were celebrating, they were cheering, but at the end of the day, they should have been aware of the Black Rukh missing. But whatever. Next thing. Cohen kind of one-up Sinbad. He kind of one-up Sinbad. Because the thing here is this. Sinbad, he has made an alliance with the Lem Empire. The Seven Sea Alliance has made an alliance with the Lem Empire. And they're going to go to Magnostad, and they're going to, they're going to take real good care of Magnostad. Of course, Sinbad, using his power to usurp others. He has 7 jit. God damn it, he's the number one anomaly. Don't question him. Don't mess with him. It is what it is. The thing here is this, though. Cohen, his retort to that, I'm taking the Magi. Alright, fine. You can have Magnostad. You can have your alliance. I'm taking the little one. I'm taking the Magi. Yeah. He's mine, yeah. He's mine. So clearly, Cohen not going out without some kind of reward. And in this case, his reward is a little child. Which Peter, just saying. Now, finally, we're gonna end off on this. Again, we do see that, like, the emotional scenes there with Tidus. Tidus being reunited, or him coming, basically Sacred Palace, and then we have the essence of Scheherazade. Instead of me being returned to the world, Tidus, make him the new Magi. Okay, fine, he's the new Magi. He gets sent down to the planet, and then it's a very warming reuniting of friends. Morgiana, Alibaba, Aladdin, Tidus, Fintus, Marga, those guys. Very warming, very, it was touching. Now, there is something that I think I'm going to end on because it's very important. Alright, it's just as important as the hints. It's Mogamet's words, alright? Mogamet says 2 very important things that lead to the end of the series. The first thing he says is this. He tells Aladdin to find a way to take the Black Rukh and turn it back into White Rukh so it can join the Great White Flow. That's very, very important. Because if you can destroy the Black Rukh itself, and if you can return the Rukh to the Great White Flow, that means that there are no possibilities of Al-Thaman winning, or there are no possibilities of Al-Thaman actually contacting their father, Il-Ila. So it's impossible. The medium itself cannot be created if the Black Rukh can be transformed into White Rukh. Which means that all the souls that wander either the planet or the universe, whatever, all the souls that have fallen into depravity, they have a chance of actually rejoining the Great White Flow, because Aladdin may find a way to actually return the Black Rukh to White Rukh. And that's some end of series stuff. It really is. And number 2 is that before he goes, he speaks about his last words to the people, to his people. And his last words were something along the lines of, no one in this world is better than another person. And then he speaks about how no matter how dazzling, no matter how powerful, whether it be 10 times or 100 times more powerful, keep note that that person should not be the... I don't think the word forebearer is right, but that person shouldn't be the cornerstone of everything that defines the world. Something along those lines. And what's very important is that when he's saying these words, we see the image of Sinbad. Now remember how Aladdin said that one of the main reasons why he left Shindoria was because if he stayed there, he would be overtaken by Sinbad's light, because Sinbad is so dazzling. He is so magnificent. I mean, he's so good, he's on my freaking wall. Look at this guy. Look at the way he shines. Again, this guy is awesome. He's epic. And the thing that you have to realize is that because he's so dazzling, you kind of lose sight of what you want in your life. And you actually wind up focusing on his dreams and making his dreams a reality. So it's very important to keep in mind that Mogamet here, he has two very good pieces of advice too. And if you got that reference, good for you. Thumbs up. And it's probably going to be something that leads to Aladdin, Alibaba, and Morgiana going against Sinbad. Like straight up fighting against Sinbad. So Mogamet's talking about it right here. These are clear, distinct hints for end of series stuff. Just saying. So that being said, I'm done. The rating is going to be it's been a long review, but it is a season finale. That's the way it is. Got a problem with that? Well, hey, that's the way the world works. Yay. So I am done, King Lightning. Be sure, of course, rate the video, comment, subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day. And I will see you guys next season. Or on the manga. If you guys are manga readers, then I'll see you when I see you.